What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the second ever episode of Full Court Press with me as your host, MattyChucks, and my beautiful co-host, Mike, otherwise known as MCbets. Don't get it twisted. And we have a special guest today, Paranormal Base. You probably follow him on Twitter. If you don't, go give him a follow. He's got a cooler setup than us.
Yes.
Otherwise goes as Jerry. I don't want to throw your government name out there, but we kind of just did. How are we doing today, everybody? It's my fault. We're doing this late, just so you guys know. Get the elephant out of the cat out the bag, elephant in the room. I was late today, so there's a little bit of a little hostile towards me already, but we got through it, and we're here to give you guys a beautiful show. So what's going on?
Yeah, no, it's all good. Happy to have Jerry on here. Get to know you. Talk about some of the big tickets you hit, the big ticket you hit, and kind of have some fun toward the end of the show with a couple things. Thanks for coming on.
You know, I think there's something I think it's me. You know, I blame everybody else. I think it's me. I am cursed with either shows or live streams or everything. There's always something wrong. Something has to go wrong. I guarantee you we weren't doing a show today, Matty would have not got lost on the train. I guarantee it.
That's probably true. It's the first time it's ever happened, and it's the first time you're ever on. So if you said it, not me. I was thinking it in the back of my mind, but since you brought it up. But we're going to go through. We have some fun things. We're going to ask him a couple questions about himself because you guys are sick and tired of probably seeing my face on this YouTube channel. Get to see a fresher face. And we're going to do a draft of J things. So make sure you're thinking of that. And we're going to we're going to rank the best Jerrys to ever walk the planet Earth. We're going to have him.
Yeah, we got the Jerry bracket.
Yeah, Jerry bracket. But first off, who is Paranormal Base? How did the name come about? How did you get started? Tell us your story.
So Paranormal Base was actually just me coming up with an idea because I can't believe it's been like 15 years. I started DJing when I was 17. At that time, I was like, my name was DJ Adept. I was a DJ in like a lot of local bars in Brooklyn. A couple after hours. Like I started at a young age, and then when I turned like 19, 20, I started doing more like house music stuff. And I'm like, this is like kind of, it didn't work for me. Everybody had these cool names and I'm like, what can I think of? And I'm like, well, I'm into kind of like paranormal shit and bass. And it just came together and actually worked out. A lot of people liked it. Then I started DJing at Pasha and started growing from that. And when I turned like 25, I got tired of it. And I really just got burnt out. I joined a union, construction union. We start at 7 a.m. every day. And I would flip my sleep schedule for the weekends and I would be DJing till like 6 a.m. and that will burn you out like fast. So after like a year of doing that, I was like, I can't do this no more. Monday comes, my sleep schedule's flipped. I'm not sleeping. It was a mess. And now here I am, 33 years old, and now my sleep schedule's flipped again because of these damn night games.
Yeah. Now
Staying up every day.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Now I sleep less now than I do before because now I'm up till 12:30, 1 o'clock, and then I got to wake up at 4:30 in the morning.
I honestly avoid night games sometimes. I'm like, I'm not staying up for that shit. I'm just not doing it.
You take the night game, it's the last leg of your parlay, and you're hyped up, you hit it, and everyone's asleep on Twitter. Like, you get like, did anybody tail this? Like, am I just screaming into the wind here? Like, no one, you got to avoid the 9:40 start.
Oh yeah, but there's been times where I fall asleep and I wake up and everybody's like, my notifications going crazy. They're like, you hit this and that, and I'm like, holy shit! It only happens when I fall asleep. I got to start falling asleep.
Yeah, that actually happened to me when we came back from England. I did a 3-leg like dinger parlay. I honestly didn't even think about it too much. Like, I like this matchup, this matchup, this matchup. I posted it. My brother drove me home from the airport. I crashed as soon as I got home. I wake up to text from like Top Cheddar, these other guys, like, yo, you cashed it. I was like, what? I was like, where the hell are you?
There's something to putting in a parlay and going to sleep. It's good luck, I think.
Well,
so as a DJ, you ever do weddings, or were you strictly clubs?
That market I stayed away from. It's lucrative, very lucrative.
Yeah.
Weddings, any kind of like
Sweet
private
16.
party. That's where the money's at. It's crazy what some of my friends make. I hated hauling equipment. That's what made me go into clubs from bars, because I was bringing equipment from bar to bar to bar, like, and then I went to clubs, and all of a sudden they're like, "Hey, we got everything here. Just bring your either USB stick or whatever you got, a backpack." And I got spoiled with that, and I couldn't do the weddings, man.
In the club, would you hold the baseline, make them wait for it?
No, that was
drop safe, make them have them eating out of the palm of your hand, just waiting.
Some of these kids, they have a lot of fun with it, but I was just regular, just let it rip. You know what I mean?
Regular DJ. So how'd you make the transition into gambling Twitter and getting this? I don't even know what to call this space.
I lived in Brooklyn, so gambling wasn't even the only gambling I used to do was there was gambling in Brooklyn, but it wasn't what we got now.
It wasn't on the phone.
On the phones, calling places, yeah. But then when I moved to Jersey, it was legal out here. And the first few months I lived out here, I didn't really dabble with it. My friends are like, yo, you know your shit. Why don't you just start doing FanDuel, whatever? There is something to beginner's luck. And I'll tell you why. I started gambling in September of 2020, right during the pandemic. October of 2020 was the best gambling month I've ever seen. Like it was, I felt like I couldn't miss. The NBA playoffs were on. I was hitting plus 5,000 parlays. I was basically building my bank. I know I made a joke saying that was the last $100 in my name in that pinned tweet. It wasn't. That the week before I did the same shit. And I posted on the FanDuel, and I was like, this is the last 250. I never bet that much, but I had so much in my account at the time. I put 250 on Mookie Betts to hit a home run and the Dodgers to win. I'm pretty sure it was the World Series. Yeah, it was the World Series. Was it? Or the round before. Everybody was trolling me because they were like, Mookie hasn't hit a home run in a month. That's when he was like on his cold streak for power. Sure enough, he hits a home run and the Dodgers win. And it was like a $1,200 payout. The next week, I did the same thing with that big ticket, the plus 46,000 ticket. I was like, last $100, and then people are like, you did this shit last week. Like, this guy's a industry plan or something like that. And that ended up hitting. And then the week after that, I ended up hitting something else. It was a crazy, crazy time. And I see a lot of people that just start gambling, and all of a sudden they're hitting these big tickets. There's some crazy things in the universe going on.
Yep.
Well, I think you were meant to be here, and you had to get there. You had to get there somewhere.
Yeah, and then people started following me from that stuff, and from there on I started having fun with it. Then for that season I was doing a lot of like polls where I would say like, let's put together a people's choice parlay, and we would go through like football season. We'd go through yards, this guy yards, that guy yards, and we just had fun with it. And then we hit a couple more bombs after that, but it's all about fun. That's one thing that never changed for me. Is like it's an industry full of businesses now, and it's in a good space right now, because in the beginning there was a lot of like heat between people. Everybody, look at me, don't look at this guy. Mm-hmm. Everybody, these big gamblers would start talking shit to each other, arguing. I'd curse them all out and say, go fuck yourself. Like I'm just here to have fun. Like, you guys are acting like assholes. But at the end of the day, I think we're at a point now where we know all the big names. We know who's the asshole. We know who's the good person, like the cool guy. And
it's pretty easy to spot now.
Yeah, you could see it from a mile away. And a lot of every once in a while, you get like a smaller account that just lashes out on all the big accounts. Like, you see that. Don't even engage. Just block them. They want you to get that, engagement. There's a few of them out there, but other than that, a lot of them. Yeah. Other than that, it's in a good space right now, I think.
Yeah, and so you do your show with for the Gold Boys. Is there any other stuff you're doing for other companies, or is it strictly just you and what you put out?
Well, we're on like an off period right now for Dimers, but once basketball and football is back, we'll be doing our usual couple minute shows that we got going on over there, which we have a lot of fun with. Greg, my co-host, he is the host. He's phenomenal. He is a tremendous talent. Like, he has a good stage presence, good. He's great at what he does, and it's a lot of fun to work with him.
It sounds like you do a lot of shows. I like the people in the space who can do shows and show their faces rather than just hide behind something and never talk. I think it's like, we know you're a real person behind the screen. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You might as well show us who you are.
It took me a while, but I'm here now. I'm pumped,
It's tough. I try to encourage not giving a shit what people think. I try my best. It doesn't work for everybody. I've talked to people behind the scenes that are smart. They know what they're talking about, but they won't put their thoughts on camera or this and that. it's just the environment we live in, a social media world where people make fun of you and pick on you.
Yeah,
but
the comment section.
If it bothers you, they're gonna keep going. Like,
yeah.
I said it a million times. I do not give a shit what a single person thinks about me in this world besides my mother and my kids. I don't care. If you don't like me, that's fine. We were designed as human beings to gravitate towards certain personalities. You're not for everybody. I'm not for everybody. The Rock is one of the coolest guys in the world. There's people out there, I'm sure, that can't stand him. Like,
he might be the only guy who is for everybody. But other than that,
I've seen people curse him out in Instagram comments. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there is no perfect person for everybody.
No, I agree. I think now we're at a stage too where everyone loves to just be miserable and
that's
almost
the top,
look for things to be mad at.
The top comment on a lot of things is always negative. Like, it's just, that's what you're coming out to do, is like, sometimes I'm like, hey, listen, man, if this made your day, then by all means, have some happiness. I feel bad for you, but
my thing is,
that's it.
When I'll go like 2-1, and this person will never comment on the 2 that won, but he'll comment on the one that lost. Like, oh man, damn it! Like, it's like, bro, can you at least say like, let's go on the other 2? Like,
right, like, good job.
It's right? always negative. So positive people out there, I appreciate you. Make sure you're still commenting, liking, and showing some love to everyone on Twitter too, because the algorithm, we honestly really need it with everything Elon's doing.
No doubt.
Okay, so you got a couple shows coming up. We'll try to link the shows that you have coming up and the one that you do for Gold Boys underneath. And if you don't know him on Twitter, he does love home runs. So if you like home runs, he's probably a good follow for you. And you said you're not for everyone, but if you like home runs, you're probably for those people. But we're going to get started into the draft of J things. This is going to be anything that starts with a J. The order will be Mike, Jerry, and then me. And we'll do a snake draft. And we'll go. So I'll go twice and we'll go there. Just pick 3 things each. And we'll see. I tried thinking about this for 5 minutes and I was stuck on 2 things. So it's going to be kind of hard. I wish your name was like not starting with a J, but it was. And that's the hand we were dealt. So we're going to do it. Mike, do you want to go first?
First pick. I'm so happy the ping pong ball bounced my way for the number 1 pick here. I'm going. I mean, this is like the Wembanyama of Jays. It's jelly. It's jelly.
Jelly?
Love it.
That might be like a Anthony Bennett of Jays if we're talking number 1.
What do you put on your peanut butter? It's the
but
greatest sandwich of all time.
You can have a peanut butter sandwich without jelly, but you can't have a jelly sandwich without peanut butter.
Peanut butter, the fluff stuff that people are in?
Peanut butter. I don't know. I'm sticking with it. I'm going in J. I'm even going to give him the max contract in 5 years when he's a free agent. I'm re-signing him. J. Jelly.
Sold.
He is probably the number 1 like sandwich like component is peanut butter and jelly. All right, Jerry, you're up. Number 2.
Is jugs appropriate?
Yes, absolutely.
Sure.
Give me some good jugs.
You're thinking outside the box. That's not fair. Like,
give me some good jugs. That's top tier. Nothing beats it, in my opinion.
You're right. You made his number 1 pick look horrible, and I didn't realize how creative a person you were. So now we're gonna have some trouble. Yeah, I know Mike's pissed. I'm gonna go. I don't even know if this counts. Is this even like a thing? Does jackpot count?
You can win a jackpot.
Technically, yeah.
Does that count? I'm going jackpot. I feel like there's one word that may beat the word jackpot, and it might be jugs, but jackpot. When you hear the word jackpot, your eyes are turning.
That's true.
That's a good one.
So that's my number 1 pick. My other one is just gonna be good old fashioned jeans.
Jeans.
I feel like whenever you pass people, it's the most common probably pants. It's probably jeans.
Jeans is solid. That's solid. That's a steal in the second round. Got to be honest here.
He's like a baseline number 2, number 3 option on everything. Yeah. He's not going to be my superstar, but he's consistent. Yeah. You know.
Are we snaking this? We're going back around.
Yeah, you're up.
Jerry. You're up.
I gotta say, I love Juice, man. Juice is so good. All kinds of juices, you know.
Great film.
So that's got to be
You're
my
right.
second round pick.
That was on my list. I'm not gonna lie.
Give me some jugs and some juice, and I'm having a hell of a Saturday night.
That's true.
That's like a 3-year-old's dream.
Yeah.
If you're 3 years old and still drinking out of jugs, you're in trouble.
That's true. Yeah. I don't have kids, if you could tell.
Juice. You came in. That's a solid. I think at the end, like the Yahoo grades the draft, you're going to get an A. I think you're going to get an A. So for my second pick, I'm taking a jock strap. You got to protect the boys.
It's definitely up there.
I'll eat my jelly in a jock strap. Talk about a Saturday night.
That's actually the worst visual I've ever had in my head.
Oh man, I got to get AI to print that one out.
Yeah.
All right, well, Mike, you're up for I don't know what's going to top jockstrap, but
Yeah.
you're up.
I'd like to. I don't know how this kind of fits in, but I would like to be able to jump. I'm going to take jumping because, as you can see, I can't jump.
There's a movie.
So I would take the ability to jump very high.
I'll count that. Jelly, jockstrap, and jumping.
Jumping while eating jelly in a jockstrap.
That sounds like it smells. Jerry, you are on the clock for your third pick.
Holy shit, this is hard.
Yeah, you're the one with the J name, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What about this is I don't even know if people say this anymore. What about some jams, like music?
Perfect.
I think that's coming from the DJ.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
jams.
full circle.
And you think of a jam, it can't be a bad song. It has to be a jam is a good song.
Yes.
No, that's dude, you're vibing in your spot. Jugs, juice, and jams. Yeah.
You're jamming.
That sounds a lot better than jelly, jockstrap, and jump.
Listen, I'm athletic, I'm protected, and I'm eating good. I'm good with that.
You're right. I'm gonna go with the last pick of the draft. I think it's kind of a sleeper pick. I'm gonna go with jacuzzi. That's my number 7. I got an everyday guy. I got a big winner. I got a relaxing guy on my team.
Yeah.
That's what we got. So you guys let us know who you guys think.
Me and Jerry can take our Saturday nights and party in the jacuzzi.
Listen, Mike, if you show up at my front door with a basket of jelly in your jockstrap, I might slam the door in your face.
And he's jumping.
And jumping. Just jumping. You see it on a ring camera.
Oh, Jesus.
If you got jugs, juice, and jams, though, you're more than welcome to open my door.
Yeah, I think I gotta admit, let us know who you think won, but I think Jerry takes us in a landslide, to be honest.
Yeah, I think he came prepared. I'm not gonna lie. I thought about that for quite some time, if we're being honest. I think he had the least amount of time to prepare, so
it's in the name.
That's solid. I'll give him a round of applause. I'll get some sound effects going. But now for the spotlight on you.
Yeah.
There's some famous Jerrys that have graced this earth. You being one of them. Unfortunately, you're not on this list. But we have 8 Jerrys lined up.
Bracket style.
Bracket style. Yep. So you're going to have us to go in advance. Okay. So first up, we have Jerry Springer versus Jerry Seinfeld.
This is not going to be a popular one. I have to go with the guy that loves jugs like me. Jerry Springer. I'm sorry. The guy was a living legend. This is the guy that introduced me to tits. You know what I mean? It's just his show was just one of its own. I know it was all scripted. I actually know people that were on the show. I know it was fake, but who cares? So is wrestling. I like wrestling.
That's right.
Jerry Seinfeld is a legend. This is a tough one. Wow, right off the get.
Yeah,
that was probably the hardest one. I just wanted to want to wake you up.
Jerry Springer, he was just a legend in his own right. I'm not a big fan of the Seinfeld show. It's a good show, but I just never really.
Right?
It just wasn't really for me. So I got to go Jerry Springer.
All right, sounds good. Moving on to round 2 is Jerry Springer. Now we got Jerry West versus Jerry Rice.
Wow.
I didn't say it was going to be easy.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
And you're not even in this bracket. Imagine if you were in the bracket, it'd be impossible.
Basically basketball versus football at this point.
This is like ultimate legend versus ultimate legend. Holy shit. I mean, how do you even... I guess I have some bias because I got to watch Jerry Rice, and Jerry West was all hearsay for me. You know what I mean? But
yeah, it's your choice.
I mean, the logo, man, it's like, it's
big.
I think just by historical legacy, I got to go Jerry West.
All right. That was probably the second hardest one. The rest are going to be a little bit easier. I hope. But that's solid. I think I have to agree with you. The logo and
just the legacy historically. Like, we don't really talk much about Jerry Rice. We're still talking about Jerry West.
I agree. He's he the only guy to win Finals MVP while losing the finals? Is he that guy? I forget.
And I think he has the highest average for the conference finals for points.
Yeah.
Ever.
So, okay, he does win. We'll let that go. So round 2, Jerry West. Now we have Jerry from Tom and Jerry, or I don't know who the Jerry is here, but Ben and Jerry's. So it's either Tom and Jerry or Ben and Jerry's.
This is a landslide for me. I mean, yeah, Ben and Jerry's ice cream is good, but they got a lot of competition. They got Haagen-Dazs. There's competition out there. There is no competition to Tom and Jerry. That little, Bing. I'm telling you, that mouse was something else. He always got away.
Jeez,
always got away.
Talk about legendary.
Oh, forget it. This guy could not be caught.
You couldn't miss. I agree. I thought you were going to
my bracket.
I thought you were going to say Ben. I'm not going to lie. I thought you were going to be a Ben and Jerry's guy. I thought you were going to be like, I have one in the freezer. But I'm proud of your pick. And the last one for round 2.
The last one. Yeah.
This is a hard one.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones, Jerry Sandusky.
Is it that hard?
What? What?
Is this that difficult? I mean, we're talking about the guy who, like, literally got asked, I think it was televised, and they were like, do you like little kids? And his answer was, like, come on. This guy is just Jerry Jones. I don't care if you hate him. I don't care if you're a Giants fan.
So Jerry Jones. It's
Jones. Easy. Jerry Jones is got to go on. There's no way we could put on. If you put Sandusky over Jerry Jones, maybe you got something you want to talk about.
All right. Round 2. We have Jerry Springer, Tom and Jerry. Jerry from Tom and Jerry. Jerry West and Jerry Jones. So now it's Jerry West versus Jerry Jones.
I mean, this isn't that hard for me, but you got to give credit where credit's due. Jerry Jones has a legacy of its own. And it's a lot of people hate him, but probably going to go down as the most notable owner of a sports team that we've ever seen.
Probably, yeah.
And now we have the logo, you know what I mean? But I still have to stick with Jerry West here.
I think that's the only right answer. I thought you were going to be a Seinfeld guy, not going to lie, so you kind of busted my bracket. But other than that, this is going exactly how I thought it was. So Jerry West in the finals. And we have Jerry Springer versus Jerry from Tom and Jerry.
I mean,
he's probably what you were watching before you were introduced to this. It's probably that.
Oh, man. Jerry Springer versus Jerry the Mouse. I mean,
such a good idea.
This is great.
This little mouse's legacy, though, he's undefeated, right? I don't think he's ever been defeated.
Lost. I don't think he ever did.
He's like 1,000-0. You know what I mean?
Are you prepared to hand Jerry from Tom and Jerry his first L?
That's a fact.
Right now?
You know, I'm leaning towards it. I don't know, man. Jerry Springer was
plus 1,000. He pulled through.
Jerry Springer. You know, both of these things kind of molded me as a person. You know, Jerry the Mouse was a big part of my childhood. Jerry Springer helped me become a man.
This is kind of. Oh, that was beautiful. That was
cinematic. I think I gotta go Jerry Springer.
Look at this.
That was cinematic.
Jerry the Mouse, first L ever.
Yeah, that's crazy. You're the first to ever do it. You should get a plaque. Jerry West versus Jerry Springer in the championship
for the Jote.
Does Jerry Springer get a little boost almost because he just passed away? Wouldn't this be such an honor for Jerry Springer, who just passed on, to be name the best Jerry of all time.
By
It's
the
up
Jerry.
to you to say.
Jerry West, all respect to him, tremendous legacy. But I got to give the edge to Jerry Springer.
There it is.
Wow.
I got to do it. And I've been
You heard
called
it.
Jerry Springer a lot growing up. It's been a part of me, you know?
My whole bracket was busted. I'm kind of upset, but that was you made it cinematic.
You heard
and
it.
Your theme from the jump was Jugs. So I mean,
You heard it here first. This is an official list, bracket, certified science. Jerry Springer, the greatest Jerry of all time.
Rest in peace, by the way. What a legend.
Yes.
what
a legend.
I mean, that was awesome. I'm gonna do that more often. That was great. Surprised Sandusky didn't make it to round 2, but you did choose what you chose, so not gonna change anything. Is there a Jerry that we missed, or I don't think there was.
Yeah, give me a couple honorable mentions.
There was like Jerry the King Lawler.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That would have been a tough one.
Yeah.
I didn't know where to fit him in because it was kind of like entertainer, like sport. But
Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire.
Good film. Sports related.
Jerry Stackhouse.
But
he's not on the same level as these guys, but
no. Jerry Stiller.
Jerry Lewis.
Comedy legends.
Legend.
Yeah.
that was basically it.
Yeah.
Got everybody.
That
That's a
was
long
awesome.
list.
That was yeah.
Did you Google top Jerry's?
No, we were just like going off the dome here.
Yeah, we were going off the dome in the beginning, and we had to narrow it down to 8. Jerry the King Lawler was a fan favorite for me. I used to watch wrestling a lot growing up, but that was I didn't really know where to put him, so he kind of didn't make the cut. So what is your favorite sport to bet on as we kind of wrap this up? Is it baseball? Is it football? Is it basketball? I know it's not hockey.
You know, it's crazy. I do like betting. I just said I'm just a Blackhawks guy. Like I literally get NHL ticket just to watch the Blackhawks. I don't watch anybody else.
Wow.
So it's hard for me to like a lot of guys I don't know. You know, a lot of other teams. I literally just will watch the Blackhawks. But my favorite sport to bet on, I feel like it changes every year. I feel like the way the odds shift and how hard it gets in certain seasons makes me start to resent a certain sport. The next year, like baseball started off hot this year. Like I had never had so much fun betting on a sport than the first like 2-3 months of baseball. I had a blast, especially the first 2 months, I think. It was just such a good time. Football, we all feel the same way, I think. I feel like we get so pumped for it, and all of a sudden, you know, September comes around, we have fun with it for the first few weeks, and then all of a sudden, it's like, what the hell? What is going on here? This guy got injured. This guy got this. And before you know it, by the end of the season, we want to throw up. And then the Super Bowl comes, and a lot of us end up hitting parlay. I feel like the Super Bowl is a little easier for some reason. I've hit every year in the Super Bowl.
I think I agree with you.
I don't know what it is. The Super Bowl is like probably the easiest game of the year to bet on.
Yeah. I think it might be like sometimes like week 7, they may be trying some stuff out in the second half if they're up. Like the Super Bowl, you know they're going to their guys. Like they're gonna go to what they have the matchup on, what they've been doing. And I think you're right. When people get hurt, I also think the lines move so drastically that if you're not like hunting those odds like on an injury report, like you're toast. Like you can't even like.
Yep. If you log in like 11:30, you're cooked.
Yeah, or like someone gets hurt like on Thursday, like they're out again. Like the odds just shift for this guy's yards went up like 5 yards, and you're like, well, I don't know what to do.
I'm not taking that now.
So you might be right. Is it baseball then? It's got to be baseball. Come on.
I have a lot of fun betting, but even this cold streak sucks. It's so much fun because there's so much big potential. So I haven't hit since I did this. The first time I did the 2 home run parlay, I do a round robin, 5 guys hit 2 home runs. The first fucking time I did it, 2 of my guys hit a home run. I won $1,000. I think I've done it 15 times since then. And I came close once. Stanton ruined it. Stanton hit a home run in the first inning. All I needed was one more. He missed. But there's so much lotto just on bullshit. Like if you put you like a guy's matchup, he's batting 4th. Maybe you take a shot on him for like 3 RBIs. You know, maybe he could bring that home in one swing, and it's always around plus 1,000 or better. Sometimes guys are plus 2,000 for 3 RBIs. stuff like that. And you start stacking and trying to think of these stupid ways. And 99% of the time, it might not work out. Because obviously, if you have like 5 guys on a thing, but if that one time works out and you bet like $1 to win 100,000, someone's going to hit a monster ticket on baseball because of all the things you can bet on.
Did you see the other day? It was 5 guys hit 2 homers. And
but it was guys that no one's hit. Well,
it was like Wilmer Flores.
It wasn't
Austin Riley on a cold streak.
Yeah,
who broke his cold streak, but like stuff like that, like guys aren't going to really bet on that. But one day, chalk will hit.
The reason why I love baseball is because you could bet someone's points in basketball, and the guy on the bench who subs in for him can just get hot. His minutes are done. He won't even get the ball. Or someone else gets hot, and he's not getting the rock anymore. Baseball, I know my guy's getting up 4 times, maybe 5, and he's going to get up to bat. So if I have bases or home run, like he's going to get a chance to do it. Whereas other sports, like you may have a guy's yards in football, and then they go up 21, and you're like, all right, they're just running the clock out now.
Done. Cooked.
And basketball, they kind of throttled the odds. They don't put plus 1,000s no more. So unless it's in a PPD, which is basically a parlay in itself. So people don't realize that it's like, you have 2 legs that have to hit there. In baseball, you can have 2 guys get 3 RBIs or 2 guys get a triple or 2 guys to hit 2 home runs, and you're hitting a bomb,
Exactly. So we all agree we love baseball. Everyone says they love baseball, and then as soon as it turns on them for like 3 days, they say they can't stand it. But it's there. There's so many games, 162 games. Like there's always something to bet on, like every day.
And you can bet light and have fun with it. I bet light. I'm a very light bettor. I don't bet heavy. No. Like I'll put $5, $10, and it adds up. But then all of a sudden you hit a plus 2,000, and that's 20 to 1. That's all of a sudden that just paid for your last 20 losses and then some. You know what I mean?
You're good. So let me ask you this: you log in your account, bang, you got a free bet. Oh, we've given you a free bet. Within your, it's a $10 free bet. Are you taking that to the moon, or are you trying to flip that like 2 to 1?
That's a good question, because I would say it depends how I've been doing. If I've been having if I go 5 days without hitting something, I'm probably gonna put a $10 parlay on like a plus 1,000, something reasonable, to try to flip that into like $100. You know what I mean? Most of the time, no, I'm trying to go for something crazy because that's what it's for. Yeah, it's literally they're giving you money, bonus bets. Make them pay for it. Try to anyway.
But worst case, you lose nothing.
A lot of times, you'll see me do like a $25 free bet on like that run RBI lay. I actually haven't done too many of them. I did it today, kind of stunk, but those are fun, especially because it correlates so well. The run RBI correlates so well. You'll have a guy, if there's a lefty on the hill, and you got a righty batting second who hits lefties well, and a cleanup hitter hits lefties well. You take that run, that RBI, one swing at a bat. This guy gets a base hit. This guy gets a double. Boom, you're done with that leg, and it's plus 200. And then you parlay that with another set, and before you know it, you're looking at a plus 1,000 parlay. It's so cool.
The best part of that is when the guy hit number 2 hits a single, steals second. All he needs is a single.
Edge of the seat. The edge of the seat.
The worst though is when he tries to steal, gets caught, and the guy ropes a double, and you're like, God damn it! You're like,
I've been in so many situations where there'll be like the bases loaded. My guy's on third. The guy that needs to get him is batting, and he'll hit into a double play. Like I've seen that before.
All you gotta do is beat it out.
All you gotta do is a sack fly, bro. Like,
like at that point, you can make an out at that point and still cash it. Like,
I had one instance where it was no outs, bases loaded. My guy was on third to score a run. The RBI guy was at the plate. He hit into a double play. The guy scored. But when you hit into a double play, it's one of the only instances where they do not count as an RBI. So I was fuming.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that for the season. I did not know that for the season. They won't count it.
Matty would have been asking, hey, at FanDuel, what's going on here?
I didn't know that. I thought it would still count.
No, that's I think one of the few instances that an RBI won't count despite the run scoring.
They won't.
I thought you were going to say like they got him out at home with the force out and threw to first.
Pitcher home. Yeah, that would.
Yeah, I thought that's what was going on in my mind. Damn. Okay, now I know not to root for that now because I used to be like, dude, I don't even care if you hit and do double play.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the one thing you don't want. And I just learned last week that when Ohtani got intentionally walked in the 10th, I thought I was being slick, so I put in a live bet for him to walk his next at bat. I said, "There's no shot they're pitching to him. No shot."
Yeah,
I said they're gonna because it was a 10th inning, man on. I said they're not gonna pitch to him. They're gonna walk him. They walked him. I'm like, nice. I didn't put I put like $25 on it. It was like plus 400 odds, and I'm like, oh, I sniped them. I got a good one here. And then I look at my account. There's $25 back in my account. I'm like, wait a second, what the fuck just happened? They voided. Apparently, they don't count intentional walks. I didn't know that. I wasn't mad at them.
You just didn't know.
Yeah, like a lot of people were flipping out, like, bro, if this is a rule, this is a rule. I didn't know about it, but it makes sense because intentional walks don't count on your record as standard walks anyway. So it's a different stat, but it's something that now when it comes to Ohtani, I don't want to bet him for walks now because he's getting the Bond treatment lately. You've seen it every game. He's getting intentionally walked. So
the worst RBI experience I had was bases loaded, no outs, or 1 out maybe. Austin Riley's up. He gets beamed, or I thought he got beamed. I was like, let's go. That's an RBI. Turns out it hit the end of the bat. He goes back up and he strikes out. And I was like, he was on first base.
Oh, man.
Like 30 seconds. But that's what I'm saying, though. RBIs, bases, runs, you can throw some pitcher strikeouts. Like, there's so many things you can do in a baseball game that's just like anything can happen because they're gonna get up.
But what's the best? The dinger.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's weird. You can, like, everybody has their certain guys. Like a couple years ago, it was Jorge Alfaro. I bet him 3 times all season. He played almost a full season. He only hit 4 home runs that season. The 3 times that I posted that I'm betting him, he hit a home run, which was the craziest thing in my gambling life. I'll never top it.
That's insane.
And it was always like a month apart from each other. I said, I'm doing Jorge Alfaro today. Boom, home run. The guy didn't hit no home runs that year, but he did when I called it. I tried to summon him last week. That didn't work out. Me and him are done. We're broken up. We're divorced. But now this season, it's Javi Baez and Wander Franco for me. I very rarely bet them to hit home run. But when I do, it's like it almost always hits.
That's when you feel like you have the right read on somebody. I don't say it makes things easier, but it's almost like you make a parlay and you're like, I know he's gonna hit it.
Sometimes it just feels like extraterrestrial. Like I don't even know if that's the right word for it, but
paranormal.
Paranormal. There we go. It just feels. There's no such thing as all that shit. Even though, so I'm weird. I am a superstitious person, even though I don't believe it. It's weird. It's one of those weird things where I do it just in case. Like do things.
Oh, you never know.
You do believe it.
Yeah.
I don't believe it's real, but I do it anyway. It's the stupidest thing in the world. Yeah. It's like I'm sitting here and I'm like, I got my hands below my balls and I'm sitting here watching the game and I'm like, oh my God, something good just happened. I can't move.
I do it all the time.
It's so
stupid.
Do you do the one where it's like, where like I'll turn away and he singles? I can't watch anymore until the inning's over. I didn't watch any hit.
It doesn't make sense. Oh man, but it's fun. It's definitely a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up. You've been a fantastic guest. Thank you for coming on and being a good sport with the games we played. Guys, give him a follow on Twitter if you probably already do. Stay tuned for his shows. I'll link the shows that he does in the description, and I'm sure you'll see his page and we tag him and all this stuff when it comes out. But thank you guys for listening to another episode of Full Court Press. Let us know who else you guys want to bring on here and learn more about. Jerry, it's been a pleasure.
Jerry, thanks, buddy.
Thank you so
guys.
much for coming on.
This is fun, man. We got to do it again sometime.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
We'll do it in the middle of football.
Yeah, for sure.
Right before everyone gets tired of it.
Yeah.
So we'll do like
absolutely.
There we go.
5.
This has been the second ever episode. We're excited to do more and more. Thank you guys for your love and support. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch you guys next time.